You see me looking around a lot, and that's because I'm looking at some things that I have around here in the room and on my desk. I have finally come to YouNow because, well, all of the platforms that I've expanded on have hit a peak to a certain point. Like, I really hate talking to an empty room. It makes me look kind of psycho. Even though I kind of already am. But I'm doing this because I see a lot of people Why, hello, Joseph. You're currently the only person watching me right now. It's not a bad thing. I'm kind of a boring person, so don't mind me if... Oh, I'm alright. I'm just, I'm waiting for my boyfriend to get home, because he went out to go donate some plasma. And, you know, that's one thing that I do as well. And I do it because it's a contribution back to society, so, you know, long story short, I'm a career criminal. Even though I'm not a criminal anymore, it's just kind of the stigma that I have put on me because I have about 8 charges on my record. Now, how are you, though? What sound are you talking about? There's no sound here currently, because like my house is silent. I don't know. There's cars driving by outside. I mean, I live in a duplex, so there's like, it's just one story, and my walls and windows, you know, then this place was built in 1965, so I have one panel windows. You know, because most people today have double panel windows for like storm and wind protection. My windows came with the place, so they're really old, and you can hear everything outside. But I'm not sure exactly what sound you're talking about, though, because it could be really anything. It's nice to have someone in the room with me, though. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate your company. Well, I was born and raised here in Portland, Oregon. I currently reside here. I haven't really had the opportunity nor the finances to like travel anywhere else. Although I want to, I kind of want to go all over the country, and then I actually want to leave the country, and I want to move to the UK for a while. Where are you from? Okay. Yeah, don't mind me on here. I mean, I know I'm on here on YouNow, but I'm also doing other things on the computer. So sorry if I seem a little distracted. You know, people on Facebook are so funny. It's like people expect people for some reason to like not react emotionally to what they say, and then they get offended by like what you say in response to what they say, as if what they say has all the validity in the world, but what you say has no validity at all. And what really bothers me about that is, like, if you're supposedly friends with somebody, you know, shouldn't both of you value each other's opinions, and like, it's not even just about the value of the opinion, it's about understanding to value the opinion. And what it really comes down to is being your friend for who they are and how they think and their thought process, instead of just assuming that they think like you, which is realistically just selfish, because not everybody thinks alike. So you can't be like, oh well, I think this way, so this person must think that way too. And that's the problem with friendships, is I think that a lot of people today look for too much of things that are alike with each other and not enough of what makes each other unique. Or one another, excuse me, not each other. So it bothers me because instead of being able to freely speak your mind, like, you know, make a post about something and then like your friend makes a comment and disagrees with what you say. Well, I see a lot of people very immaturely get pissed off at what people say, and then they go and they delete the person, or they delete their comment, or they block the person, whatever the immature response is. And it's kind of dumbfounding because, like, you know, growing up, at least I was taught, you know, treat others how you want to be treated, you know. And if you're gonna throw an idea out there and you want people to listen to you, expect a response. And I'm saying expect honest, brutal responses, because not everybody is going to be coming from the same point of view emotionally. Well, let me rephrase that. Not everybody is going to emotionally come from the same point of view. And what I mean is that we can all see the same picture, but we don't all see the same details. And some people like to cherry pick things, some people like to be really meticulous and, like, you know, scrutinize every angle. And I just don't know how, like, you know, we can come together and, like, unite. I mean, and friendship, you know, not like anything like political or religious or anything like that, but like, I see a lot of opinions and not enough slack from these people to allow their friends to give their opinions as well. I think that if you're going to be friends with somebody, you know, and you're able to give your opinion, you should allow your friends to give their opinions back, and not get offended by what they have to say, even if it's like completely opposite of what you're saying. You need a duration where that person is coming from, because they have their own thoughts, feelings, and ideas too, and it doesn't necessarily make them wrong either for being, you know, different and having a opposing opinion to yours. And my whole point behind that is that there's a lot of people who I've at least seen, like, recently, like, especially when it comes to politics, not only disagree with each other, but they like full on attack each other. Now, I am not innocent. I'm not saying I'm innocent whatsoever. I have overreacted in the past emotionally to quite a few posts, and I do have to excuse that with my psychosis. And I'm saying that because there's only so much that I personally can take before I just get really pissed off and then I react. And it's not about maturity with me. It's about a part of my brain that switches on and off Like, it's not at will, it just kind of, it happens. And I was born this way. Like, I've been like this my whole life. I was in trouble a lot in elementary school. I had been suspended. Oh man. I've been suspended about 8 times before my 4th grade year in elementary school. First time I was suspended was in kindergarten. And then I was homeschooled my 5th grade because kids were making fun of me and I wasn't doing very good academically. And my grandparents had actually tried to get me into a private school, but because I failed the math test due to never learning my multiplication tables, which I still don't understand how that ever happened, given that I've had a lot of schooling and a lot of private classes for things. Don't worry, I know them now. I'm not bad with math. I just need to practice more. Plus, like, I was homeschooled, and I was homeschooled because I was made fun of for being fat, and it wasn't my choice to be homeschooled. I didn't ask for it. My grandmother thought that it would be a good idea for me, and the school suggested it because I had been suspended so many times from attacking other children in school. And I'm not just talking like verbally. I physically attacked kids.